The Independent is reporting on a heartbreaking story coming out of Saudi Arabia. They say, a court has sentenced a man to 10 years in prison and 2,000 lashes for expressing his atheism in hundreds of social media posts. The 28-year-old man admitted to being an atheist and refused to repent, saying that what he wrote reflected his own beliefs and that he had the right to express them. The report did not name the man. It added that religious police in charge of monitoring social networks found more than 600 tweets denying the existence of God, ridiculing the Quranic verses, accusing all prophets of lies, and saying their teaching fueled hostilities. So look at the massive irony of this. This atheist in the Middle East says, hey, I'm against the gods because I don't think they're true, but furthermore, their teachings fuel hostilities. And what does the idiot Saudi government do? They go, yes, let's go prove that. Let's go grab this guy, lock him up, give him 10 years and 2,000 lashes, therefore proving his point that we are fueling hostilities and this dogmatism and this fundamentalist religion is the problem and is the main issue. Think about what the Saudi religious police are doing here. They're scouring the internet for anti-Islam tweets and anti-religious tweets. Okay, you think there are more important things to be doing? The Saudi government, mind you, is a government that kills people for drug smuggling, for sorcery, for witchcraft. They kill people for these things. Okay, by my reading of the situation, the criminal ain't the atheist dude. The criminal is you. If you're killing people for drug smuggling and sorcery and witchcraft, you're the criminals. You're the problem. You're the bad people. You're the evil people. And look at how fundamentally weak they are. They think, oh my goodness, somebody questioning the existence of my God means I need to crack down on them and take them and lock them up. But wait a second, if you're so sure that you're right, then wouldn't Almighty Allah destroy him, whether it be now or whether it be when he dies and he's in, eternal damnation and he's in pain forever, or whatever the case is? No, they're like, my ideas are so weak and I'm so not sure of them that I'm going to crack down on you on this earth. Because if you disagree with me, that's unacceptable. Well, guys, contrast that with somebody who actually believes what the fuck they say. I'm not going to lock you up if you disagree with me. I'm not going to lock you up if you take issue with my politics or my whatever existential ideology I have or my position on God. I'm not going to lock you up because I really don't give a fuck what your position is. I'm fairly confident in my beliefs, and I can argue them pretty well. I don't need to lash out at people who disagree with me. That is a fundamental sign of insecurity and weakness. But this government, the Saudi government, they're one of our top allies. How grotesque is that? How abhorrent is that? I just told you, they kill people they behead people for things like drug smuggling and sorcery. This can be our top ally. The bombing campaign they're doing in Yemen right now is targeting civilians. They've attacked multiple hospitals. They've attacked schools, including schools for the blind. At least 50% of the dead are civilians. They're using cluster bombs, which are against international law. They're just slaughtering civilians, massacring them, and we keep arming them. Even the EU's like, okay, no, we're not going to arm them anymore. The US is like, agree to disagree. This is the government we're arming. Guys, it was in 2014, there was a new Saudi law that was put into place. All atheists are terrorists to the Saudi government. All atheists are terrorists. They have codified anti-atheist bigotry in Saudi Arabia. You're a terrorist by definition if you're an atheist. This is unbelievable. This isn't an ally government. This is an insane government. And they're on the Human Rights Council. They lead the Human Rights Council in the UN. What a sad, sick, pathetic joke this is. No. The international community should not stand for this. Number one, kick them off that panel ASAP. ASAP. Number two, the U.S. are just going to sit there and still make all the deals and trade for oil because business overrides everything. Fuck that. Start untangling the relationship now. I'm not saying we go in there and do a war and destabilize the region. Of course not. But should we be more neutral against Saudi or perhaps do some kind of sanctions or something to try to correct the ship here? Again, I'm not looking for war, but is it time to realign and get away from this government that's been described as an ISIS that made it, the same ideology, Wahhabi Islam, Salafi Islam, the same ideology. Perhaps we shouldn't be arming them and we shouldn't be dumping trillions of dollars on their lap so that they can turn around and lock up atheists for speaking their mind. You know how many times I would have been locked up, lashed, and or killed in Saudi Arabia simply for doing what I do right now? It would be endless, hundreds of times, thousands of times. Is that justice? Is that fair? That ain't fair. That's not freedom. That's not equality. That's not enlightenment. That's barbarism, draconian, archaic savagery and barbarism, and that's what that fucking government represents, and I'm sick of it.